Alright, it is time for case 103, which seems to be the last case, potentially. The Montana Skyrockets, story by Stephen Elliott Altman. 8 scenes, 40 stars, and yeah. Surprise baseball fans from above! We start in the living room. Good morning, Alan's in his study, sorry. I know his work is secret, but I'm concerned. Is he truly safe? From this dude? No. We're obliged to protect him, ma'am, with our lives if needed. Worst case, he gets a paper cut. Thank you, Captain. I'll let Alan know you're here. Coffee? I bet you like some apple pie, too. Have a coffee on us, thank you. To what do I owe the honor? I have plans to spend the day watching baseball with my boy Joel. Pack a bag. We're actually headed to Montana to see a ball club. Maybe you'll catch a flight for Joel. Wow, okay. I know some jobs are like this, but like, damn. Oh, I see. Ba 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 ba. Clue, War of the Worlds? The War of the Worlds, H.G. Wells. A paperback copy of The War of the Worlds, a great story. I'm glad it's just science fiction. But is it though, Quinn? Is it really? The story generated mass hysteria. We can't let that happen with our investigations. H.G. Wells's classic book, War of the Worlds, sure seems eerily contemporary, even though it was written in the last century. It's because a crafty Orson Welles scared everyone before the war with his radio play version of the invasion. Boy, did Welles capitalize on America's obsession with Mars! He claims they didn't expect people to take the fake alien invasion seriously, but it caused quite a sensation. Orson Welles made a big name for himself. Another sighting? Any credible witnesses or corroborating evidence? How about film footage? Baseball team manager submitted it. Air Force already interviewed him. Incredible. This could be the first public sighting of an unidentified object ever caught on film. Unless it's a hoax. I've seen it. It's inconclusive. Still, the generals want us out there ASAP. Why are there suddenly, like, why are the generals just, like, multiplying at this point? Like, how many are there? Do they mate? Like, what's going on? Their living room needs to, like, not have, like, all of his toys just scattered all across the floor, like. Not saying it's easy to keep it clean with small children, but, like, someone is gonna, like, trip on something and, like, really hurt themselves. That's more what I'm concerned about. Wind-up flying saucer toy. This toy seems more realistic than most of the reports we get. Can't believe I haven't been promoted, like, excuse me? These wind-up toys were always fun to play with when I was a kid. Looks like the toy companies are paying attention to all the science fiction movies at the matinee. I used to love these wind-up tin toys when I was a kid. Take them to the Antiques Roadshow, my dude. That is such a good show, like, oh my gosh. The British one. Diploma. The Swedish one I can't really get into, like, I don't know, something about it. I'm like, this is not, like, the same. Which obviously it's not, but, like, yeah. I don't know. The British one is just, like, perfection on TV. So good. Clue. Abyssal. Oh my god, for a second I thought I heard Sasha behind me. I was like, what is going on? What dimension am I in? A simple baseball, yet somehow it personifies the entire American dream. I was about to say something I should probably not. Dr. Hynek probably spends quality time with his son tossing this baseball around. Okay. Baseball is as American as apple pie, or is it the other way around? I bet Dr. Hynek practices with him every day that he's not investigating Project Blue Book cases with us. Poor boy, a kid needs his dad growing up. I feel like they just like, yeah, we are taking him away on all these jobs. He should feel guilty that he works with us instead of being with his son. It's like, excuse me? You can't have both. Like, what? You are the reason, though. Why are you guilt-tripping? What's happening? Anyways, home plate. Look at all these fans, Captain. Interesting. The team seems to be cashing in on this sighting. They're selling space dogs with green mustard. That ain't right. Here's the manager, Lou Piselli. Y'all must be from that Blue Book project. Anything you need, ask my secretary, Miss Duran. Nice to meet you, gentlemen. Please call me Jenny. Like the boss says, anything you need. Pleasure, ma'am. We'll want to talk to you about the sighting. First, let's have a look around. Proud home of the Skyrockets. Seems appropriate that they have alien sightings if they're the Skyrockets, honestly. Oh. Oh, do people play baseball in shirts with buttons? Not anymore, right? I feel like that would be, like, inconvenient. This is Gordon McKay's jersey. He seems to be a real asset to the team right now. Oh, he wasn't before? Alright. See an alien? I wonder if Piselli would have been able to land Gordon before all this publicity. Oh, I see. The local sports page says that this Gordon McKay is a real slugger. The papers have dubbed him Gordy McFly for all the home runs he hits. This is his first game for Great Falls, and he's knocked out 2 homers so far. I wonder if Piselli... Appreciate that they spell this dude's name differently everywhere. Would have been able to attract a player like McKay a few weeks ago when the stands were just half full. I feel like they're asking this question and then they're like never gonna answer it, so it's like, okay, but like why make a mystery if you're not gonna answer it? I don't know, we'll see. The saucer sighting you reported, it hasn't exactly brought your team financial hardship, has it? You got your kind of genius, Dr. Hynek, I got mine. You ever read a book called The Art of War? The ancient war manual attributed to Sun Tzu? Yes, I know it. See, I turned disadvantaged opportunity. Ruskies upset folks, we got an all-American diversion. It's one thing to report a sighting. It's quite another to suggest aliens endorsed your team. I just feel like, who cares? But yeah, sure. Like, I just feel like literally, who cares? Unless the aliens, like, actually come here and sue us. Like, I really don't think they care that much either. Oh, we're picking up baseball players? Nice. Oh, I just realized what I said anyways. Oh, wait. There's another thing. UFO scores a home run for the skyrockets. The local paper is chock full of stories on aliens. No wonder everyone here is so obsessed. Piselli wants this UFO talk to continue. It may be good for business, but it can't be good for the public's mental health. UFO scores a home run for the skyrockets. Yep, looks like everyone in Great Falls has alien fever. The locals are cashing in on the sighting, which makes sense since so many say they saw it. Piselli is like a carnival barker with the way he gets people excited. I'm not sure what's more peculiar, a community paralyzed by fear or a town excited to offer aliens the key to the city. I sat up top with Jenny during practice, filming our pitcher, Carson Trigger. He popped one. I followed the ball with the camera. That's when I saw the two flying saucers. Fast as hell, dead quiet. What made you think they were flying saucers? Aren't we pretty close to Gilmore Airfield here? We see planes just like those two Air Force jets chasing him, but these saucers was rotating. Hold on, are you saying we had jets flying after these UFOs? Captain, is this true? Sounds like those jets should be pretty good eyewitnesses. Like, okay. That's a boat. The alien face on this pennant looks a lot like the drawings we've seen in other cases. I feel like that doesn't really mean anything, but sure. That's a meta clue? Okay. To my knowledge, no image like this has ever been leaked to the public. Oh, okay, okay, fine. In that case, it's weird. I wonder who drew it? We need to get it back to the lab for comparison. How puzzling. This new Skyrocket's pendant features the face of an alien that looks similar to some of the drawings we have back at the Blue Book office. This is a face that people from many different cases have described or drawn, but it's not common public knowledge. I better send it back to the lab for comparison to other depictions of spacemen we have on file. How many do you have? Like, what? Lab results. You were right. This face is substantially identical to several other reported alien sightings, including the discredited reports from Roswell. These images are rare and mostly classified. You should interview the artist to find out more about the inspiration for this character. We'll do loose office. I'm on the up and up. Player hits the sauce, gets too frisky with a dame, I handle it by the book. Mr. Piselli, I see you have a 16mm projector set up. May I use it to review the footage you shot? You got the film with you? Thought I'd never see it again was handed over to the Air Force. The U.S. Air Force is on the up and up too, sir. Your film doesn't pose a threat to national interest. Are you sure? Because you really seem to think that it does. You about wore it out on this projector. A bunch of people watched it here. I know every frame. Oh, we about wore it out. Also, actually, what I was gonna say with the when he commented like that the baseball was the American dream, and I stopped myself, but like literally all I was gonna say was like, oh, because it's white, like that was it. Thinking about it, it probably doesn't matter. So that that was what my brain went for. Betting form. Okay. A betting form? Mr. Pacelli certainly does seem like a betting man. Okay. I suppose he could be involved in this hoax to benefit from the publicity it offers his team. Wonder if Mr. Pacelli is a betting man? Nothing wrong with that, as long as he's not betting on or against his own team. Gambling certainly could be a motive for setting up a hoax that aggrandizes your team. Care to show me the goods now, Captain? And what about those Air Force jets? Doc, you act like I'm keeping something from you. Because you are! I'm pretty sure you all are! What do you mean? I've already reviewed this film several times. You're gonna see 2 lights in the sky, unidentified, sure, but just strange lights, trust me. I'll judge that, Captain. The 16mm film was shot in slow motion, 48 frames per second versus 24. Slow motion should yield hundreds of unique still frame images of the phenomenon. Roll it. Wait, why is that a clue? What? Murphy bar. Okay. That's quite a bar setup Pacelli has in his office. If only I wasn't on duty. Kind of surprised he cares about that. Wonder if Pacelli was drinking during the sighting. That would certainly reduce his credibility. I know we're like looking for rational explanations, but like this dude is trying way too hard to just be like, oh, you were drunk, you were clearly drunk, ha, nothing to see here, burn evidence by. Like, what? It's quite a bar setup Mr. Pacelli has in his office. Fairly normal for businesses entertaining, as long as he's not getting drunk on the job, I suppose. Could he have been intoxicated during the sighting? Okay, but like, was his camera intoxicated? Like, okay, big deal, his camera wasn't intoxicated, was it? Like, okay. That will certainly decrease his credibility regarding what he says he witnessed. I mean, I agree with that, but I'm like, you have it on film. Like, okay. Like, was the camera drinking? Like, just Quinn just pisses me off. I just like, anything he says, I'm like, no, opposite. No! Map. Sure, whatever. Oh, there. Okay. Oh. Books? Oh, there. I guess I should have seen that. I might as well use the hints so I have more of a reason to actually check out the minigames in a bit, if I remember. But that is a part of the game, so we should definitely look at that at some point. Couple dudes. shirtless people at least. Tall. Is that Mr. Pacelli and Joe Louis? Wow, I'm impressed. I wonder how he learned his trade as a sports promoter. Is that Mr. Pacelli with Joe Louis? He must have had some swell connections to get a picture with the champ. I thought he was pretty savvy for a small town sports promoter. I wonder where and how he learned his trade. I'm a little confused why he is like this suspect apparently, but okay. Time is up, so we're gonna do 3 and then I guess we do 3-3 or something like that and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna check out the mini games at some point too. Yes, so thank you all very much for watching and I'll see ya.